What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDogs.com here on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Delivering you guys nothing but winners, free picks all day, every day. I got my buddy Jay Briggs with me. Jay, how's it going?
Money making Tuesday. I'm heating up. I was fairly cold last week, but off a solid weekend, off a solid couple days. Just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. We had a small card yesterday, just 3 games in baseball, 2 in the WNBA, but right back at it with a full schedule of Major League Baseball today, 4 WNBA games, so a really good card. Probably one of the best cards we'll have throughout the dog days of summer. So I'm excited to talk through it with you, my guy, and try to help the guys find some value and make some money today.
Jay talking before we came on the air about having itchy palms. I was going to say if it was an itchy something else, we'd have to take him to a doctor, but no, we had a good time yesterday. Even though it's a small card, we still found a way to go up and over an hour. It just still blows my mind how we can find a way to do that. But money making Tuesday, like Jay said. Some stuff that's going on already right now. Jay's premonition of Donovan Mitchell going to the Nets looks like it's up in smoke.
Yeah.
3 years, $150.3 million in Donovan Mitchell's defense. I wouldn't want to go to Brooklyn either right now. It is a disaster there. And, well, I guess Jason Tatum heard Mitch and went out and got the biggest contract in NBA history.
$315, $316, is that what it was?
$315 over 5 years.
Ooh, I can't even imagine.
I think that contract is why the Celtics are now up for sale.
But think about it, bro. They also gave Derek White that bag yesterday. How are the Celtics not money laundering? Like, they got like the highest paid player at like every position. Like, for real. They just gave Derek White that bag. Jaylen Brown got a bag. Tatum got a bag. Peyton Pritchard got a bag. I feel like everybody over there got a bag. Where they get all this damn money from? I just wonder. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all know what else happened yesterday. Western Conference champ got better, in my opinion, man. We added a 4-time champ to the team, a guy who, in my opinion, I think I can arguably say this is probably the best off-ball shooter the league has ever seen. And now he's going to be playing alongside 2 of the best playmakers the league has ever seen. You better watch out, man. I know playing along Steph, the Splash Brothers, they ran a lot of movement, a lot of running around, getting, shooting threes. But if you don't watch Mavs basketball, man, then you just don't know how many looks that Luka, Kyrie create driving to the basket and how many times they hit open guys. And we all know you give Klay Thompson a little bit of space, and if he hit 1 or 2 of them, could be just the missing piece to put my boys over the top, man. I think the NBA is going to be a hell of a league coming up this next year. Paul George to the Sixers, the Knicks improving. The East definitely, I feel like, has gotten better. And the West, we're going to see how it shakes out. The Thunder, adding Caruso and Hardenstein, I think, made them better. In the grand scheme, does I think it makes them better than my Mavs? I don't think so. I like Caruso, but I don't think he can guard Luka. Maybe they thought to put him on Kyrie, slow Kyrie down a little bit more. Like, I'm just saying the matchup game. So, like, we'll see. Minnesota, we're kind of waiting to see what they do. They added 2 pieces in the draft. The Nuggets, they lost KCP. Will they be the same? It's going to be interesting. The Grizzlies are going to be better this year. I can't wait to see this NBA, man. This NBA season is going to be one for the books.
I'll respond to that with saying that I think that it's important to see if this year. I think it's important that this year we see that last year wasn't a fluke for teams like OKC, Minnesota. I'm not saying it is or that it will be. I'm just saying it's important to keep that momentum going for the direction of the franchise, for that team to say, hey, we are the future. We are going to be a team that's going to be around to stay. You got to build and sustain that momentum. It doesn't have to be a 1 seed if you're Oklahoma City, but you got to have top 4 finish. Division title is definitely, I would say an expectation. Same thing for Minnesota, but yeah, you gotta keep it going. For the Nuggets, I don't think KCP is as much of a difference maker. He's a great sixth man, but you still have the core of Murray, Jokic, Gordon. Who am I missing? Michael Porter Jr. So my concern for Clay is that he stays healthy and that he makes a 3 in a playoff game. But sorry, that's always going to stick with him.
I know. 0 for 10 in an elimination game is crazy.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that, man. I'm not just the same dude that had 60 and 3/4. You know what I mean?
Fair.
That's the Clay I feel like I'm getting.
That's fair.
Feel me? Turn.
I will say this though, I had no idea. I knew that Derek White re-signed. Didn't know it was for that much.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They money laundering over there in Boston. They need to be invested.
$125.9 million over 4
Where the
years.
hell they getting all this? They got $1 billion
for a guy that seemingly came out of nowhere over the last couple of years. Am I offside by saying that?
Nah, I think he definitely earned that contract. I'm just surprised the Celtics gave it to him. I thought somebody else was going to give him that bag, to be honest. He's a really important piece on that team. I just want to know how they can afford everybody. That's my thing.
I think the Celtics have become one of those teams that that don't care how far into the luxury tax they go. Because I think they feel that they'll make that money back on merchandise, endorsements, ticket sales, stuff like that.
Look,
and
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was going to tell him. Oh, go ahead.
No, get it out. I know you're itching.
I was going to tell him, look, that Clay is kind of gone. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Golden State was running a lot of motion style offense for Clay. So as he got older, it's a lot of miles on them tires. You really go watch him doing all that goddamn moving. Here with Dallas, he not going to have to do that, bro. If you watch him as basketball, he going to be doing a lot of standing on the wing, standing on the corner, getting a lot of catch and shoots, bro. Getting a hella touches on catch and shoot. Probably more so than anybody in the league. He can still shoot. He ain't got to move. He can still shoot. So less active on the court. All right, y'all gonna see though. I don't see.
I will say this to this comment, but one since 2009. 18 championships is great, but how many of those did Jason Tatum have a role in? So
they got that thing, man. They got it this year. Shout out to them.
But we'll
they can be annoying for a year.
We'll see. I'm just trying to see what else is out here. They're saying that Lauri Markkanen from Woj. Lauri Markkanen is a prime target for teams that missed out on Mikal Bridges.
I saw some San Antonio marketing news. I don't know. I don't think San Antonio is really just trying to go pedal to the metal for it this year. So I don't know. I don't really know where I see marketing going. I don't.
I see DeAnthony Melton agreeing to a deal with Golden State, trying to fill that void left by Clay. But to me, that feels more like a Chris Paul type deal where it's a nice move, but it doesn't feel like it really fits what the culture of that team is. And just it just feels like it's a weird fit. Am I wrong by saying that? Like it just feels weird. Like I get why Melton would fit that vibe. He is a 3-point shooter. I'm trying to pull up his split from last year. He shot 38.6% from the floor, 36% from 3. So it wasn't terrible, but I don't know. Like I said, to me, it just doesn't feel like DeAnthony Melton's a fit. I thought that, Pods was moving along pretty well. and progressing pretty well.
They're gonna give Kuminga most of the minutes over there.
I'm not sad about that. I got an autograph from Kuminga. I'm trying to offload, so
yeah, they got some young guys they think gonna step up, but appreciate y'all.
But I will say this about Pods. I hate how many times he screwed me on that meaningless bucket last year. Bro, it always seemed like whenever I faded the Warriors and they backdoored me, it was because Podziemski laid in a bucket with like 2 seconds left. Dick. Anyways. I'm just trying to skim through the free agent news here. But so this Donovan Mitchell deal allows him to have the 10 years service time, and in 2027 he could search out a 5-year extension worth $380 million.
He's not that damn good. That's like what's the name? Tobias Harris, his career earnings. It's kind of sickening. I mean, Donovan Mitchell is better than I give him credit for a lot of the time, but like, ugh.
Yeah, Tobias Harris getting $52 million just because he has to go to the Pistons. What is Tobias Harris's career earnings?
It's gonna blow your mind.
Huh?
Yeah. Bro got a bag.
$301 million is the most in NBA history for a player without any All-Star game selections.
Insane.
And the thing for me with Tobias Harris is that he's another guy that I feel like when he came up and when he really got notoriety, he came from out of nowhere. Like it was in Orlando, I think, when he kind of just came up and just blew up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my timing's wrong, but when did he have that? He's gotten 301. He's gotten 301 million up to this point. Tobias Harris. Let me see. When did he really go off? I mean, he's really gone off for the better part of his career, but we really started to see him blossom in 2013, 14 with Orlando. I forgot he played for the Pistons already.
Yeah, he did.
No, I know. I know it was with the Clippers and the Pistons, but I'm saying when he really just started to show up, like he put up 17 points per game in like his first season with Orlando, and then he went from Orlando to Detroit, and then Detroit to the Clippers to Philly, and then the first real breakout season you saw him have was 17.1 points per game in Orlando in 2014-15. But yeah, I don't know if Tobias Harris is 52 million, good enough, and I don't know if he's a move that really makes the Pistons any better. Maybe a little bit better, but they're still going to be in the run-in for Cooper Flag if Cooper Flag declares. He's apparently supposed to go first overall next year in the NBA draft, so we'll have to see how that goes. But let's see here. What else is going on, Jay? Anything?
Nah, nothing much for me. Just trying to get some money today.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's. I'm trying to kill some time so people have time to get in, but it says there's not a whole lot of news. And let's see here. Yeah, man. I mean, we might as well get into it. I mean, we're almost 15 minutes in.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be a quick show today. You and I don't have the same wild out opinions that Mitch does, where we can argue for 10, 15 minutes. But we'll get right into it. We got our first 3 games. We got the White Sox and the Guardians. We got the Red Sox and the Marlins. And we got the Cardinals and the Pirates.
Go first.
Jay, what do you like in these 3?
You go first right quick. Give me a second.
All right. So White Sox Guardians, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm probably not going to touch because I think the Guardians are the better team. And I think they, even if they were, for whatever reason, trailing, I think they can do some damage off of this White Sox bullpen. But Carlos Carrasco is probably the worst pitcher in that rotation. He does pitch better at home, and the Guardians are still 26-9 at home, so almost 70%, actually around 70%. But I don't know if I can get there with at minus 205 with Cookie Carrasco. So no real play in that that Guardians White Sox game for me. The Marlins and Red Sox, I'm going to take a shot on the money Marlins here. I think so. Beloza wasn't bad in his debut, 5 innings, a 2-hit shutout ball. Crawford, he doesn't give up a ton of damage in terms of, getting rocked every single start. He's had a couple of bad starts, don't get me wrong. But where Crawford gets hurt is with the long ball. And I'm trying to get to his recent starts here, but he's given up. Let me just pull it up for you guys. He's given up in his last 7 starts a total of, it's not coming up for me. I think he's given up 12 home runs in his last 7 starts. Sorry, I'm trying to get here. So he's given up a home run in 7 straight starts. He's given up 11 home runs in those 7 starts. Last time out, gave up 3 homers. The Red Sox have lost 8 of his last 9 starts. So I think the Marlins, if there's a winnable spot for him, I really think it's this one. So I'm going to go with the Miami Marlins there. And I'm going to go with I'm leaning towards the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Not one I'm rushing to bet because the Pirates offense hasn't been great. And the Pirates bullpen is brutal. But I'm not there with Kyle Gibson. I'm really not. Mitch Keller's pitched really, really well. And I think he can lead the Pirates to the win here. Even if you take Pirates first 5, avoid the bullpen, but Pirates for me in that one. Jay, what do you like?
White Sox money line for me. Y'all know I'm Team Guardians, but the argument can be had. They're in their worst stretch of baseball that we've seen them play here in quite some time, losing 4 of their last 5. The White Sox have been competitive against these boys all season long. They've played 7 games already. The White Sox have beaten them in 4 of them. So the White Sox lead the season series against the Guardians already this season. Cookie Carrasco can be hit. Chris Flexen, is he great? No, but at this plus money, I'd much rather be on the White Sox, who are playing decently right now. The White Sox have won 3 of their last 4, including 2 of 3 in the Rockies. And the last one they just lost was a 5-4, 14-inning, game. So they were really competitive there. Give me all the value here is on the White Sox, man. You're going to have to hold your nose and take them. But at plus 175, probably even if you wait, we might get like plus 180, plus 185 here on the White Sox. You got to take it, man. You got to take it. The Guardians, I'm not liking the form they're necessarily in right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got some runs in this game. So I would look at an over in this game as well. The Guardians home field used to be a pitcher's friendly ballpark. Now it's a hitter's friendly ballpark. And it just changed this year. If you look at years past, home runs never got out of there. This year, they're going out of there left and right because they made some adjustments over the offseason. So give me an over there in Cleveland. I'm on the Red Sox, hashtag dirty water. The money Marlins, I'm sticking a fork in them. You can bet them in certain spots. We did just see them take 2 of 4 off of the Phillies. Been competitive, but if the Red Sox are going to do anything this season, if they're going to make that postseason run, that postseason push, they got to win their winnable games. They have to do that. And spot like this, a series like this, they have to get it done. They have to. So I'm going to lean on them to do exactly that. The Red Sox over the last month or so have been a team that have shown me their will and want to fight. Like watching their baseball games, they're doing extra scouting, like knowing when to run and things like that. Things that I think, the actual art of baseball, I think some teams kind of lost that. Some teams really just trying to home run or bust. The Red Sox are not that team. I think they still care. I think they go out here and get this dub against the Marlins. Minus 175 is ugly. Parlay piece or something like that, but I think the Red Sox win that game. I'm not really rushing to lay a run line. I would rather be just on the money line, but if you somebody who wants to, take down your odds, then take the Red Sox. Lay the run line. And of course, y'all know I'm on the Pirates at home at the crib with Mitch Keller, the All-Star, the ace. I've been on them Cardinals a lot recently. I kind of like the form that they've been in, but now popping out on the road after being at home for a good amount of time is a tough spot. The reason this didn't make the premium, though, is because the Pirates are just coming home after an extended road trip. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But the Pirates, they've been playing some decent baseball recently, beat up on the Reds. They should have really beat the Braves in 2 of 3 of those, but they only won one of them. That last one's extra innings. They lost 2-1. I'm going to trust Mitch Keller. I think the Pirates can get to Kyle Gibson. Give me the Pirates.
We'll say about the Red Sox. Jay's right. They are doing things, but that's things that I think that a Major League Baseball team should know how to do when you're playing at that level. So,
but not all of them do. Some of them do.
No, that's true. I will say my Blue Jays are guilty of that. There are some teams that you still see. You look at like misplays of the month, and you still see teams like overrunning second base and missing home plate like they did in the Oakland game over the weekend, and then having a guy tell you to run back, and you end up getting called out on what should be a double, a 2-run double or something like that. So, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyways, oh boy. Sometimes these teams give me a headache. We got our next 3. We got the Mets and the Nationals. We got the Reds and the Yankees and the Astros and the Blue Jays. Jay, I'll let you go first in this one.
I'm fading Arrighetti. That's what I'm doing. The Blue Jays let me down yesterday on goddamn Canada Day. How do you lose on Canada Day?
It happens more than you think.
No, that's just disgusting. That's why the Blue Jays are who they are.
They have an all-time 16-28 record on Canada Day.
Their ass.
Easy. It's easy for me to say. My mouth just doesn't work. Canada Day. There it is.
They're so ass. I think they were the only team that busted up that 5-team parlay. I think it was the Blue Jays. Tragic. They were. Everybody else hit, but the Blue Jays. They busted up that 5-team. They made me mad yesterday, man. They made me so mad. But I got to go back to him today. It's really more so a fade of Arrighetti. I trust Barrios at home with that 3.3 ERA. He's Barrios. He's going to be Barrios. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I know what I'm going to get from him. He's going to give up 2 or 3. And can the Blue Jays bats get to Arrighetti? They better, because everybody has gotten to Arrighetti this season for the most part. So do I love laying a money line price minus 120 with the Blue Jays against a hot-ass team like the Astros? Not really. But I'm here to tell y'all what I think is the right play. And I believe the Blue Jays at home today are the right play. So I'm going to fade the Astros. I'll lay a Yankees run line. It's probably minus 1.5 even money. It's disgusting, but he's been solid this season. He's kind of regressing here a little bit recently, which we thought he would, but I think he come out here and has a solid bounce back outing, especially at home. His last 2 outings were against the Mets, who were really hot at the time, and Baltimore. I think this is a solid spot for him at home today against a team that's really inconsistent like the Cincinnati Reds. So I hate betting the Yankees. I really, really do. I hate betting the Yankees. But they have been cashing on that run line this season. They probably beat up on Cincinnati in this spot. And the other one was the Mets Nationals.
Yes.
Mets Nationals, Sean Manaea, DJ Hurts. I mean, to be honest, I see no reason to get off the Mets. In all honesty, I'm expecting the Nationals to continue to slide. They were really hot to begin the season, but they're going to kind of return to what we thought they were. One of the worst teams in all of baseball. Hell of a start to the season, Nationals, hell of a start. But, I think y'all were punching outside of your pay grade for quite some time, and now they're kind of just playing to the back of their baseball card. The Mets, on the other hand, the Mets actually got talent on their team. That's the problem with the Mets. My problem with the Mets usually is they're overvalued. They do have talent, but people be talking about the Mets like they're one of the best teams in baseball when they're really a 500 team. But you can bet a 500 team, just you have to know when the spots are available to attack them. And I think, here in a series like this against a Nationals team who's free falling, Mets, trying to get above 500 today, the price is kind of ugly, minus 140, but I do think the Mets get it done. So give me Sean Manaea and the Mets here.
You love the Mets.
Nah, I don't love the Mets, but I've been on them a little bit recently. I have.
Mm-hmm.
Grimace.
You love the New York Mets.
I don't.
I will say this about the New York Mets. Are they overvalued sometimes? Yes. However, this is still a lineup that, if you I'm trying to figure out how to say this. If you look at their lineup, this is a team that, with a pitching rotation, with a solid pitching rotation, we saw in 2022 won 101 games. Last year wasn't great, 75 and 87, but it wasn't a great, pitching rotation. But you've got guys that when the Mets were struggling, I was sitting here kind of wondering like how. You've got guys like Francisco Lindor, Francisco Alvarez, Pete Alonso, JD Martinez, Brandon Nimmo. And they've got Kodai Senga coming back, but again, I'm kind of wondering what you're going to see from him because Kodai Senga, he was good last year. He's really good last year, but we've also seen some pitchers, have that sophomore slump. So I don't know. Is he going to be the same pitcher that he was last year? Who knows? But the Mets right now have been on an absolute tear. I think they're 18-7 in their last 25 or something like that. For me, it's another lefty match up here. And yes, things got a little bit scary for the Mets yesterday going to extra innings, but they're still the much better team against left-handed pitching. They broke through against Mackenzie Gore. It took a little while, but they did. And as long as the Mets bullpen can hold up, I think the Mets do have the better bullpen here. I like them to make it a little bit easier. Manaea has been better on the road. DJ Hurts, he's had better starts at home. But the thing about DJ Hurts is that he already faced the Mets. Was it because it was his major league debut? Maybe, but we're going to see here. And I'm not willing to take a chance to find out if that's what it was. Gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. I think the Mets were still swinging a hot bat right now. Get to Hurts. I like the Mets there.
You love it. You love.
I was waiting for it, to be honest. I was surprised. I was disappointed that you didn't give that to me sooner, to be honest. I was waiting, and that's why I was talking for so long. I was stalling until you figured out what we were waiting for.
I was gonna let you finish, and then I was gonna tell you. You love him.
Okay, you see that Kanye. I was gonna let you finish, but before you jumped on Taylor Swift. For a second there, I said that, and I was like, wait a minute. Does Jay get that reference? Jay's gonna roast me. Man, I love my Blue Jays.
You taking the Astros? Arrighetti?
I'm taking the Astros. I'm taking Arrighettios. Look, have I faded Arrighetti and made money fading him blindly this season? Yes. But you look at his last few starts, he's given up 3 runs or less in 6 of his last 7. Now, a couple of those were short starts, 4 1/3, 3 innings, but he's coming off of one of his best starts, as a pro, 7 innings, a 3-hit shutout ball with 10 strikeouts against the Rockies. He was on the road at the end of May, 6 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball against a decent Mariners lineup that's still leading their division. And now you face a Toronto Blue Jays lineup that's inconsistent offensively, that could be without Vladimir Guerrero Jr. again. And, Guerrero Jr. was in the lineup when this Blue Jays lineup was struggling. This bullpen for the Blue Jays also missing some of their best relievers. Jordan Romano had a setback in his injury, rehab. So he's going to still be out. Jimmy Garcia, who's been one of the best relievers in baseball this season, he's still out with an elbow issue. And, I'm gonna address this comment. 5.68 ERA, yes, but it's a bloated ERA. There are still some guys in baseball that have bloated ERAs. I'm trying to my site that I use isn't working right now to find it. But I think Arrighetti got roughed up by the Royals in his debut. He had a bad start there. He's had a couple starts where he's got hit hard. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm just saying that, Arrighetti, I think is decent enough to hold down a subpar Toronto lineup. And let's face it, the Astros are just hitting the ball way better than the Blue Jays are right now. The Blue Jays the Astros smell blood in the water because the Mariners are sliding right now. They're only 3 games back. So from where the Astros started to be only 3 games back at this point, this is not a team you want to kind of give that. You don't want to give that to. So lean towards the Astros there. And
so here tonight and throw this gym.
Oh, I know. It's entirely possible. But then remember, you got to hand the ball over to that Blue Jays bullpen.
Give me Vlad Guerrero Jr. for a home run.
That's what I'm saying. If he even plays,
he better play. I'm not playing with him. Who else? Hold on. I gotta pick somebody else at this lineup for a home run.
The only other guy I was thinking of, you could pick Dalton Varsho, but Varsho's injured too. He was banged up too, at least.
Oh yeah, Vlad, you're right, day to day.
Because he took that pitch off the hand from Garrett Cole.
Yeah, he wasn't available to pitch hit yesterday.
Yeah,
he might be in there today though.
It's entirely possible that he is. I mean, it could be just like a 1-day thing, but
I don't know if I want to bet him for a home run though. I don't know. You're right.
Yeah, I would wait to see that he's back in the lineup consistently, but he was on a tear in that Yankees series. I'm not taking that away from him. And what was the other one? Oh, right, Reds Yankees. Yeah, I'm going to Yankees run line. Like Jay said, do the Yankees look good right now? No. I mean, I think the Yankees, for a team playing as well as they have been all season, I've lost like 5 series in a row or something like that, or they're winless in 5 series in a row because they just split with Toronto. But the Reds just don't have a lineup that can, add on to Luis Gil's. I'm not out of sorts that I got the pronunciation wrong. They're not a team that could add to Luis Gil's problems right now. They're not hitting well against left-handed pitching or against right-handed pitching, and I don't think they do it here. Graham Ashcraft has been getting lit up for the better part of the season. The Yankees, despite those struggles, are still in the last 2 weeks one of the best teams in baseball against righties, as they have been for the better part of the season. So give me the Yankees run line as well here. All right, moving on. Sorry, Jay, I kind of filibustered there.
No, you're good.
We got the Giants and the Braves. We got the Tigers and the Twins, and the Phillies and the Cubbies. What you got?
Sorry, I gotta get back to my notes.
Very good. And by the way, it's I don't know if we're gonna be able to go. I mean, Kiss My Ass Craft still works, but I'm going Graham straight ass craft.
We got Giants, Braves, Tigers, Twins, Phillies, Cubs.
Giants, Braves, Tigers, Twins, Phillies, Cubs.
Giants, Braves, Phillies, Twins, Cubs, Tigers. No, I'm just playing.
Dude, you melted my brain just now. I'm like, it's still 11-17. It's like
Hey, man. Y'all know who in this slot. I'm waiting for somebody to say it before I say it.
Oh. Well,
I'm waiting for somebody in the chat to say it before I say it.
I'm giving everybody 5 seconds before I say it.
Yeah. There we go. Scuba, my guy. Yes, sir. You already know who it is, man. It's Scuba on that mound today. And he going up against the 50-50 Twins who are hot. You already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time for them Twins to cool off. It's time for them Tigers to come in here and get a dub. Scuba finna come in here and pitch a gem. That's how I see it, man. That's how I see it. I'm taking the Tigers straight up on the money line. I'm taking Tigers first 5. I'm taking Minnesota Twins first 5 under. Yeah, man. We just saw my boy go solid against the Phillies, you know, in a get right spot because he did get kind of touched up by the Braves and the Astros. But I saw what I needed to see against the Phillies, man, to believe in my guy. I'm with you, Mr. Moneybag. Scuba for president. Give me the Tigers and Tariq Scuba, man. I'm fading them damn Twins. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I don't think I've said these words all season long. Y'all know I low-key dislike this team. But if there was a spot where I would kind of do this, it would be today. Give me the Braves, and I'm going to lay a run line. Don't necessarily like the spot for the Giants coming off the pretty significant homestand. Braves coming off a loss. Braves don't really lose back-to-back too often. Ronaldo Lopez, I expect him to be solid like he's been all season. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Braves got to whoever the hell this is. Hayden Birdsong. Is that his name?
Yeah, rookie.
Hayden Birdsong. Is it pronounced Birdsong or is it like Birdsong?
As far as I know.
Oh, wow. That's a hell of a name, sir.
Until I have a reason to hear otherwise.
His only outing, he went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 earns against the Cubs. That's the Cubs. The Cubs ain't the Braves. While the Braves are not the Braves of old, I still think they can give Mr. Birdsong a welcome to the majors type of game, man. He probably gets crushed here. Give me the Braves. I'm going to lay a run line. Cubs, Phillies. I don't really got no real opinion on it, Roof. I don't. I'm not in love with the 2 starters, Hayden Wieneski. And I don't know anything about Mr. Michael Mercado.
No one does. He has 1 inning pitched.
Yeah, so I don't know nothing about him. It's hard for me to really break down that game. I would have to see these 2 guys based on the spot. I don't necessarily love the spot. Neither Cubs are coming off, being on the road. They was in San Francisco, then they was in Milwaukee. Now they're coming home. Phillies was just down there in Miami. Now they're in Chicago. No, they were at home against Miami. Now they're in Chicago. TBS game. This is the TV game tonight. I'm surprised they got these 2 youngins on TV tonight on TBS. Give me an over. Yeah, I found something. I'll take an over 2 in this game.
All right. Well, I'll say this. I want to know which Wisniewski we're talking about here because I have not seen that Hayden Wisniewski at all. He's been getting lit up with hard contact, whether it's as a starter where he's been brutal this season, as a reliever in his last few relief starts, he's been terrible. His last 5 relief starts, dude's got an ERA over 9. So I get there's short outings, but when you're a reliever, you're only pitching 1 inning. You're expected to come in 1 inning and do your job. Maybe 2 innings. And give up next to nothing. Usually giving up a run to start or a run appearance. So the Phillies for me have the better lineup. I know that Michael Mercado only has 1 inning pitched at the major league level, but the Phillies have the better lineup, even without Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. I think the unknown with Mercado is the only reason that the Phillies are an underdog here, and I don't even think they should be. That's how much I don't trust the Cubs right now. So give me the Phillies here. I gotta remember what my own games were that I gave out. That Giants Braves.
Oh no, yeah, talk about that one because last but not least.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm saving last but not least. That Giants Braves game, I really don't have a strong play on. Because I like the Braves, I like Reynaldo Lopez, but the Giants just have that weird ability to pull up, an underdog win when you kind of least expect it. And Hayden Birdsong wasn't great in his debut, but he wasn't terrible. So I'm not going anywhere near that one because the Braves, like I said, I think they're the better team. I think they're the better lineup. There's been a lot of spots where they haven't played like it lately. So lean towards Atlanta for me in that one. And Jay.
School. No, Chris. No.
Has he been one of the best lefties in baseball? Absolutely. But Scooble's been a lot more effective at home. He's also given up some runs on the road lately. You look at his last 4 road starts against Atlanta, Houston, Texas, and Kansas City, right? 4 earned, 5 runs total against Atlanta in 4 innings. 4 runs allowed in 6 1/3 against Houston in a loss. 4 runs allowed in 5 innings against Kansas City in a loss. Had a decent start against the Texas Rangers, but who hasn't lately?
Chill, bro.
Sorry, I needed to throw shade. But here's the thing. The Twins in their last 10 games are hitting 372 against lefties. And 379 in their last 5. They're crushing left-handed pitching right now. Do I think that the Jays are not a 50-50 team? No, I think they are. But for me, I don't see this as a spot where the 50-50 kicks back in. I think this line is flipped for a reason. Mainly because the Tigers in their last 10 against righties, and obviously the majority of pitchers are right-handed, so you see a lot more at-bats against right-handed pitchers. The Tigers in their last 10 games are hitting just 184 against righties and 125 in their last 5 against righties. I think they have the more trustworthy bullpen. So even if Scooble has a decent start here, the Tigers have scored 2 runs or less in 6 of their last 10. So it just makes it hard for me to get behind. I think Woods Richardson is good enough here to help the Twins get a W. So before Jay reaches through the screen and strangles me for my dislike of Tariq Skubal.
Skubal from the gym. 7 innings.
Everybody that I pick against that you don't like me to pick against is going to throw a gem today. Barrios, Skubal. The way I'm talking, Jay's thinking that there's going to be like 3 no-hitters today. It's going to be like
I haven't placed one all season because I hate that. I hate prize picks underdog. I really hate all of them. But I'm finna place one today. I'm finna place Barrios over strikeouts and Skubal over strikeouts. I'm finna parlay them.
I will say this. I would be careful with Barrios. Not because I'm on the Astros, but because his strikeout numbers are really low this season.
So should I go? I might go outs. Pitcher outs. Expect him to go 7, basically. I gotta go see what they got on there today. Barrios and Skubal both going 7, and they probably only giving up like 1 or 2.
Hold on here. Why are you calling me Mr. Analytics? I'm bringing up batting average. It's like the most basic offensive stat. I didn't go into no team OPS or isolated power like Ron Romanelli. I just said batting average.
It's over 18 outs, so is it over 18? So I gotta go look. I ain't looked at it yet.
So he's got to complete 6 innings.
Yeah.
What's he done lately?
I think he's
got to hit hard.
He going 7 today, so over 18. I'm taking it. Come on, Barrios. I believe you.
Barrios in his last.
He went 7 against the Yanks. Okay, gave up 2. He went 5 against the Guardians.
He has gone 6 innings in 5 of his last 7.
There you go. There you go. He going 6. He going 6, bro. He going 7 today, really. Over 18 and a half. So you need him to go 7. He going 7. Let's go. See, I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Just talking through. There we go. Shout out to chat, man. Let's do it.
This is why I can't have nice things ever. All right.
This next slide. I love this next slide. I ain't gonna lie. I love this next slide. Love it.
So Padres, Rangers, Rays, Royals, Brewers, Rockies. Jay, between those last 2 games, who do you like?
Hey, I told y'all about a month ago, probably, the Blue Jays were replaced this season as my number 2 team. They're replaced. You know, the Blue Jays are my second team. You know, they have a special place in my heart. But the way they were playing this year, I had to disown them. They moved to the 3rd spot. And y'all know who in that 2nd spot now. Y'all know who it is. They're ass too. Don't get me wrong. They're ass too. But they show up when I need them. And they showed up last night, walked it off at home in the 9th. When they play good teams at home at the crib, they're just a different team, monster, and animal. Just is what it is, man. I'm on them goddamn Colorado Rockies. You feel me? I'm on them Rockies again tonight. Dallas Keuchel finna get blown up. The Rockies bats looked really good last night. They were scoring down there every run. Me and Chris were shooting the WNBA layup session last night. I'm stressing because I got the Rockies. They was up 6-4. Then they go down 7-6. I'm sitting there mad. I'm like, fuck. And Chris is like, bro, they've been hitting all game. You good. Like, just chill. Sure enough, he was right. They came back, bing, 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 and winning the game. I say that to say they were hitting well all game last night. And a guy like Dallas Keuchel, I would not be surprised at all if they absolutely teed off on him early and often. The line tells you everything you need to know. You basically only get even money with the Rockies at home today. Still getting plus money, though. Sign me up, man. The Rockies are a different team, monster and animal at home. They've only lost really 1 home series in the last 2 months. And look at all the teams they played. And surprisingly enough, the team they lost to was the worst team they played, and it was the Nationals. They swept the Rangers, beat the Guardians, beat the Phillies, and they're going to probably come out of here with a tie with the Brew Crew, man. It just is what it is, man. I'm on the Rockies at home. I'm also on the Rays, man. I expect Tampa to be there in the thick of things when the season ends. I know they're coming off a pretty significant homestand at home at the Trop. I know the Royals have kind of clicked it back into gear after free-falling there for a minute, but in the grand scheme of things, follow me here. And I know it's going to sound kind of crazy. I still believe the Rays are the better team. I do. I still believe the Rays are the better team. And I'm going to – is Singer the better pitcher than Littell? Yes. But I got to go Rays here, man. I got to attack the plus money with the Rays. It's just how I see it, fellas. It's just how I see it. They're playing well right now, the Rays. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them recently, man. So give me Tampa. And then, of course, y'all know I'm taking, like my sister says, Mr. Red Glove. I'm taking Nasty Nate, Big Game Eovaldi. Give me the Rangers at home at the crib, man. Short, sweet, simple. We saw them finally avenge their demons and in that losing streak against, the other day against the O's. It was Mr. Contagious, man. If y'all don't know, now you know. Y'all think I'd just be yapping sometimes. But the same thing happened last year. It was the same spot where I fell in love with my dude, Heen Dog, man. We was cold. Heen Dog came in there, threw a gem, and all of a sudden it propelled us to go on to win the World Series. That's what happened. and I'm seeing this finna happen again. I'm seeing it finna happen again. I'm on Texas, man. And in all honesty, while I'm a little nervous to bet the run line, to be honest, I really believe deep down in my heart it's the right play. Just lay the run line with Texas, because look back at their last 3 months, bro. Almost every win they have when they win is pretty dominant on that run line. So you might as well attack you some plus money and lay it there. I know Eovaldi kind of got touched up in that last game, but he settled in towards the end of it. I trust this guy, man. I trust him with my heart. I really do. Eovaldi's my guy. Probably one of the best pitchers in the game that don't get the respect he deserves, bro. Dylan Cease, his last road game, he got torched. I think the Rangers torch his ass today too. I'm gonna be at this game tonight. I ain't been to a Rangers game in a minute, but I'm gonna be there tonight. Big money on my team tonight, and we getting it done. Give me the Rangers.
All right. Well, I got to figure out where to start. With regards to that Brewers Rockies game, over. This over 11 could get hit by the middle innings. I mean, Dallas Keuchel. I read somewhere that the Brewers picked him up for $1. Literally, that was the trade. Trade him for $1 from wherever he came from. And even then, I think that's $1 too much. He had a 9.20 ERA 2 years ago, over 16 2/3 innings. Last year, an ERA just under 6 in 37 innings. Gave up 5 runs on 8 hits in 4 innings of work against Texas in his debut. In his lone career start at Coors in that 2022 season, 7 runs allowed, 6 earned on 6 hits over 5 innings of work. So, I think Keuchel gets roughed up even by the Rockies, who have hit left-handed pitching decent. On the other side, you've got Ryan Feltner, who is basically reincarnated Dallas Keuchel, who's given up 33 runs in 31 2/3 innings in his last 6 starts. Some of those runs weren't earned, and that's why his ERA isn't higher. But you got Feltner, who's been brutal. The Colorado Rockies bullpen is arguably the worst in baseball, despite the fact that they were able to pull one out for Jay last night. Because Jay saw firsthand how the Rockies were up by how many in that game?
2, 6-4.
They were up by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And in the blink of an eye, it was gone. So I don't even think we need extra innings. We didn't need extra innings yesterday. I think the middle innings could be where this over's hit, to be honest. I'm leaning towards the Royals here. The Rays are playing some solid baseball right now, but I think the Royals woke up in that series at home against the Guardians. This is an extremely important series for both teams. The difference for me, though, is that the entire season, the Royals are actually the best team in batting average and team OPS in terms of hitting against right-handed pitching at home. They hit well against righties at home. Littell has an ERA over 5 on the road. I think the Royals get to him. I think they put up enough runs to get the win there. And I don't want to start anything, guys. Leave me alone. Taking the Padres.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, my God. I'm fading you today. You just want to get faded.
Don't say that. Look at what it worked last time. Look, the reason why Eovaldi's glove is so red is because that's where he keeps getting hit hard on that glove. No, I'm kidding. He's actually been a lot better at home. I will give him that. And that's why it can be tough for me to go against Eovaldi at home, because he does have a 2.22 ERA at home. So I'm not taking that away from him. He's probably the best pitcher they've had to this point when he's consistently in the lineup. My problem is just when I'm ready to give the Texas Rangers lineup some hope, they come out flat as a pancake. I'm not saying they're going to. I still got bubble guts about my Rubicon bet. I still don't have. I'm just saying, I'm at the point where I need to see the Rangers show me some signs of life consistently before I trust him against a team playing as well as the Padres are. And Dylan Cease looked good in his last start. He bounced back. So I'm going with the Padres in this one.
Fair.
It's not because I think Eovaldi's a bad pitcher, but I'm saying sometimes even the best pitchers fall flat. And you got to have a lineup behind you to be able to do some damage. So, like I said, our Rubicon bet's not over. We're only 80-something games into the season. Still 2 whole months. Just saying.
Let's go Rangers.
And if you needed the real reason for that to potentially be a premium.
Hey, man.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
I know.
Anyways, our last time slot for Major League Baseball. We got one of the worst games on the board. But yeah, there's still money to be made there. I think the Angels and the A's got the Orioles and the Mariners and the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Jay, what do you like?
Another one of my guys here in this slot, man. Y'all already know who it is, man. Jorge Kirby. My guy. I don't want to act like I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm just going to take the under is what I'm going to do. I know. But hear me out. Games are usually low scoring in Seattle at night, bro. They just are. I think Kirby comes out and has a solid outing today. I don't like the spot for the O's coming off, the significant homestand. They did look good there. They were scoring runs. But I wouldn't be surprised if their bats kind of went a little cold here today. The Mariners, they're not really just a huge offensive team. We love their rotation, but offensively is where they usually have their struggles. So give me an under in that game. If I were to pick a side, I would take the Mariners, but I'm probably going to leave it alone. Maybe take the Mariners first 5, really attack Kirby, or take the O's first or team total first 5 under. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks straight up on the money line. Los Serpientes, man. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. The Diamondbacks always play the Dodgers tough. Always. The season series this year is 3-3. It's tied. What are we getting on this game today? We're getting plus 165, plus 170-ish. That's where the value is, man. How many games they playing in this series? They are playing 3. Diamondbacks might win this little subset in LA 2-1. It's just how these series usually play out, man. So I'm probably going to be betting the Diamondbacks the entire series. It's a 50-50 series, but the Diamondbacks are going to be at a huge plus money price the entire way through. It's just how I see it, man. I expect Los Serpientes to kind of start. Remember, they were just like this last year. The Diamondbacks were the same team last year, and then they started heating up around this time last year, and it propelled them to the World Series. Wouldn't be surprised if they kind of started to heat back up. Give me the Diamondbacks today. And that last game, I'm not betting Angels A's. I'm not betting this shit.
You don't have to, but I will.
Ooh,
I'll bet the Angels.
Okay.
All of a sudden, this Angels team's come to life. They play better on the road as it is. And I had to do a double take on this. I thought maybe I took my contacts out and that I was maybe blind as a bat again, and that I was seeing things. No. In the last 2 weeks, the Angels have the best bullpen ERA in baseball. I couldn't believe it. And right now, for me, the Angels just have the much more trustworthy team offensively. I mean, they just swept the A's when these two teams met last week. They took 3 or 4 from the Tigers. They scored 5+. They've scored 5+ runs in 7 straight. And go against Mitch Spence, who hasn't been very good for the A's for much of this season. They lost 5 straight starts by Mitch Spence. The A's have. So give me the Angels here. Jose Soriano's been solid. It is his start. It is his first start back of from the IL, but Oh, come on. Why am I the face of the 1-800-GAMBLER? What is this?
He said it, and so that I'll put it
I
up.
know, but why do I have to be that guy? Come on. God.
That shit's funny.
Jeez. God, don't make me that guy. Come on. It's not fair. It's funny, but it's not fair. I know Jay's guy.
Jorge Kirby. You just fading everybody.
However, look, I'll tell you why. Maybe you'll think I'm wrong for this. Maybe I'll tell you why. George Kirby has pitched really well himself as well. There's been a lot of pitchers today that have pitched really, really strong that I'm going against. Kirby's another one. 6 straight starts where he's given up 2 runs or less. 5 of those 6 starts, he's gone 6 innings. My problem is, again, the lineup behind him not necessarily producing. The Mariners, for whatever reason, can't hit right-handed pitching right now. Like, if you look at their last 10 games against right-handed pitching, bottom 10 in baseball, third worst in baseball in batting average against righties in the last 2 weeks. I think they're hitting like 198. And if you look at their strikeout percentage, they're striking out almost once every 3 at bats, 32.3%. Grayson Rodriguez strikes guys out. Sorry, Jorge Kirby. Sorry. I misspoke. But Rodriguez is a strikeout guy. Like, that's how he makes his money. That's how he does his work. Strikes guys out. When you're the Mariners and you're striking out once every 3 at bats against righties, makes it hard to like them, especially when you got the Orioles on the other side, with them being one of the best right-handed hitting lineups in baseball in the last month. So that's why I'm on the Orioles there. And that Dodgers Diamondbacks game, give me the over. I mean, if I had to lean towards the side, maybe I'd take the Dodgers. Excuse me, not the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks. Because Nelson actually has decent numbers in his career against the Dodgers, but I still don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I think the Dodgers can get a few runs off him, and this Arizona bullpen, which is back to looking like the Arizona bullpen we've all come to know and love and fade over the last couple seasons. But Bobby Miller hasn't been overly sharp since coming back from the injured list. So give me the over in that one. Mr. J, what are you selling today?
Hey, man, Money Making Tuesday. I got 4 plays over at Pick Dogs Premium 3 in Major League Baseball, all included in a Money Making 3-pack. Or you can scoop up my favorite play of the day in Major League Baseball, my $19 MLB play of the day. We cashed it last night, plus money on the Colorado Rockies. Looking to double up and hit it again tonight. So you guys can scoop that up. And I also have my WNBA $19 play of the day, man. Hey, we have been hot since we started covering the WNBA, man. I guess I just needed to start covering it. I've hit 4 of my last 5 on that on that WNBA play of the day. So yeah, just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. You guys can scoop that play up. I love it today. I love it. I'm loading it up pretty big. So scoop up both of them 2 plays and or hop on something long term. Pair up me and Chris, me and Mitch, me and Tony T, me and anybody you see here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. And let's continue to kick the crap out of the books.
Yeah, I got a $19 MLB pickoff play. Got that as part of my 5-pack from MLB today. And I'm same boat as Jay. I got a WNBA play on the board. Finally in plus money on the and plus odds on the plus units, I should say, on the WNBA this season. I think Jay and I are both on the leaderboard right now. So, it's like anything. Once you start covering it and are sort of, I don't say forced, but you kind of have to do the research to, put out content or whatever. You start paying attention to it. And I think we're starting to figure that out. Once we've been starting to do these WNBA videos and you kind of see where the money is to be made there and the opportunities that are there, take advantage of it. And we're doing that. So like Jay said, pair us up, grab a 3-day, this is starting to become a good time to do it. I mean, we do have WNBA and MLB on the cards for the better part of the next couple weeks. I mean, the Olympics are going to start soon for WNBA, but said Jay's heating up in baseball. He's been hitting those plus money dogs, starting to pick it up too. So yeah, definitely jump on with us. But speaking of the WNBA, or as this comment says, the WBNA.
That's hilarious.
Let's take a look at the WBNA. I think that might be a new bit. Okay, so the WBNA, we got the Chicago Sky and the Atlanta Dream. You can pick them there. The Minnesota Lynx, a rematch of the Commissioner's Cup. Minnesota Lynx at New York. We got the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces. Las Vegas, huge favorite at home in that one, 13.5 points. And a line that has been flip-flopping all over the place. The Sparks laying a bucket at home against the Mystics. Is there anything you like here for free play?
Yeah. I'll talk about that Fever Aces game. I'm on the Fever, man. I'm on the Fever. Yes, I know the Aces took them behind the woodshed in Las Vegas already once this season. Final score was 99-80. Yes, I'm aware that the Aces are playing much better basketball. They've won 4 of their last 5, including 4 straight. And in those 4, they were all by double digits. But I'm starting to like what I'm seeing out of the Fever, man, a.k.a. the Caitlin Clarks, man, the Caitlin Clarks. They're starting to ball, man. We saw them get the outright win over the Mercury in their last one. I think this is a case of too many points, man. If you watch the WNBA layup session, I told you guys the theme for today in the WNBA for me is revenge. A lot of revenge spots in the WNBA today. Are the Aces the better basketball team? Yes. Will they probably win this game and keep their winning streak alive as they try to, get better and defend their title? Probably. But I think 13.5 is too many, man, especially with how the Fever have been playing recently, covering point spreads. I like what I'm seeing from them recently on the road. I'm going to take the Fever plus the points in this one. And the other one I'll talk about, I'll take the Mystics straight up on the money line. I don't really like the spot for the Sparks, man. I don't. The Sparks, they're banged up. They're injured. They're coming off a really long road trip. They played, 7 straight road games. So it's their first game back in L.A. They did beat the Mystics already once this season in L.A. by 2, but the Mystics have been really competitive recently. They've won 2 of their last 4. Took the Connecticut to overtime, played the Aces fairly tough. I think I want to attack the plus money with the Mystics. So Fever plus the points, Mystics plus money are the 2 I'll talk about here. Watch the layup session and you get all 4.
There you go. So I think the way I want to attack that Sky game is I want to take the Sky. But someone said, do you take Angel Reese getting a double-double? And I'll say this.
What are the odds?
Minus 250.
Oh, shit. No, I'm not playing it.
I'll say this. There's been a couple games where Angel Reese has come close to not hitting the points. So my thing is, if you're gonna play anything in that game, I say you just zone in on Reese's rebounds. And for me, I'm unloading the extendo clip on Angel Reese with the rebounds. She's had 16 or more rebounds in 3 of her last 4. You're getting Angel Reese for 16 or more boards, and I know that's a crazy number, but 16 or more boards at plus 285. Angel Reese for 14 boards is plus 128. So I might go like I said, extendo clip. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. Give me a second here to put together a same game parlay because I think that there's something here. I'm going to go with Angel Reese. See, I really want to take the 14. I'll do what someone else said in the comments. I think Don Julio said it. Take for 12 plus boards. I'm going to take Kennedy Carter for 15 plus points. And the Sky on the money line plus 244. Kennedy Carter's hit 15 plus in 6 or 7 straight. Yeah, the Sky, I think, are the better team that got the job done in that matchup. So I'll lean towards I think that's the same game parlay I'll go with for that Sky and Dream game. Sky money line, Reese 12 plus boards, Kennedy Carter 15 plus points. And I'm gonna go with I gotta go with the Aces. I don't love it. I don't love it because it's a huge number, but without trying to spoil too much from the layup session, we saw this matchup once already, and a lot of the numbers between these two in that first game were very similar, but somehow the Aces pulled away in the second and third quarters and didn't look back. And I just think that if the numbers are going to be the same, like if they're going to, I know the Fever are playing a lot better. I'm not taking that away from Indiana. And I think this could definitely be a 500 team by year's end, playoff team potentially. We'll have to see, but I don't know. I think the Aces are starting to hit their stride. They've woken up, so lean for me towards the Aces and laying the points there. Anything else you want to talk about, Jay?
Parlay. Nah, I don't really got nothing else other than I'm trying to cook up a parlay for the folk. That's what I'm already looking at. Let me see. I'm trying to get us some money today, y'all. I'm trying to get us some money on, man. I'm trying to get us some money on. You know what, bro? Let's go big. We're going big or going home. Give me the White Sox money line. Give me Fever money line. We're going big or we going home, right? Fever money line and Mystics money line. 3-teamer. All plus money.
I'm going to do 2 parlays, and I'm going to do like a super parlay and combine them. I love that. I'm starting to really love that that Fever, or not Fever. God damn it. Sky and Dream parlay. Kennedy Carter 15 points, Angel Reese 12 rebounds, and Sky money line. I'm going to combine that. I'm also going to play it separately with the Angels, the Royals, and the over in Rockies Brewers. I think that's it. Anything else, Jay?
Nah, that's it, man. Money making Tuesday. Scoop up my best plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. I'm hitting the top 2 fairly hard today, so that's what I'm on today, man. Just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Tune into the WNBA layup session, man. 4 games on the card today. Trying to get our views up. The content is there, man. The information is there. You know what I mean? We've been hot. Tell your friends about it, man. Let's try to get that up and buy some merch. Scoop up some merch. I don't have any on today, but I usually do. Usually I have a jacket on, a hat on, or something like that. So scoop up some merch over at Pick Dogs Premium. Or not premium, but y'all know what I mean. Over at Pick Dogs.
The link's in the description.
There you go. Anything else from you, Roof?
Nah, man, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. Money making Tuesday. Crush it. I think Ron's going to be on tomorrow. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you joining us. Even with just the 2 of us, Jay and I find a way to go an hour and 15 minutes.
It's a gift.
We have a lot of them. And to think we're doing this now when it's just baseball and WNBA. Imagine how much we'll have to talk about when all the other sports come back, when football comes back, NBA comes back, NHL comes back. We got a lot. But again, appreciate each and every one of you. We're out of here. Go check out the videos. Pick Dogs Premium. Tune in tonight. Tony T hosting the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern. Love, peace, and hair grease. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.